Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I missed y'all. Thanks, Sinister, for being first and for the hydrate. I took my sippies. Hello, Cat Lady. Appreciate you being second. And Laura, welcome in. Third, my favorite number. 3 is my favorite number. So the trifecta. I got the best trifecta here today. Thank you all so much. I hope y'all had a good weekend. Did y'all do anything fun? I cleaned. That it. I forgot to take a picture. When I go to work tomorrow, I'll have to take a picture because I created a those iced animal cracker cookies with all the sprinkles. I made a giraffe version, like crochet plushie. So I made a little pink giraffe with little sprinkles all around it. And I brought it into work because I made my work desk all pink themed. Like I have a pink frame with my cats in it. I got some pink little bag charms and a bunch of other cute stuff on my desk. So I'm becoming known as the pink thing. So I forgot to take a picture though. Shame on me. So I'll take a picture when I go to work tomorrow and I'll post it in my Discord. But I finished that over the weekend and I was really, really proud of myself because see, there wasn't a yarn that perfectly did the sprinkles. Like there was multicolored yarn, but I really wanted a pink base and sprinkles, so I hand put in all the sprinkles myself. That literally took longer than making the damn thing. But it was worth it. It looks really cool. So love to hear any fun things y'all did. I'm excited because I don't have the farmer's market this weekend. I got book club. It's Easter though, which I don't celebrate, so a lot of things will be closed, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We got marbles. And we got our bestie marble who we're romancing. Oh, not that. I may have started another playthrough on the side for a different character. But that's because my coworkers were wanting updates. But we're gonna take care of our bestie for the resty. I missed the adorable thing. I forgot to post a picture, Lore. I have to wait till I get back to work because I brought it to work. But I crocheted a pink giraffe with sprinkles. So I did thank you for the cuddles. So I did the pink animal cracker, like giraffe version with sprinkles. I made it into a plushie. So I'll grab a photo. I'm so mad at myself for getting to take a photo. I'll take a photo. I brought it into work because my work's all pink theme. I worked a burlesque show that was all set to metal music. Oh fuck yeah, that sounds fucking fire. I wish I was there. That sounds like so much fun. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I clicked too many times. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's 6:06. I shouldn't be yawning at all. But yeah, I'll definitely post a picture later. You know what? It's been a long time since I've been to a burlesque show. I think the last time I went was in college. Now I'm kind of sad about that. I really should get my burlesque on. But I don't have anyone to go with. That's the problem. I don't want to get my burlesque on by myself. I've never been. It's pretty fun. As long as it's theme, take me. Let's go. I'm sure Canada has some. I'll come visit you. We'll go to a burlesque show together. Let's do it. I'll go to another country just for a single thing. Let's do it. They're a lot of fun, and especially when they're themed and they're in a theme that you enjoy, then they're extra fun. Last time I went to a burlesque show, it was Marvel themed. So I got to see the Hulk shake ass. It was fucking phenomenal. It was fucking great. But yeah, they do different themes sometimes, and those are pretty cool. Man, that was forever ago. But yeah, we should 100% hit one up. That'd be great. Do Dita Von Teese has her own show here at the Venetian. Just saying. Oh, damn. All right. All right. I will keep that in mind. See, I could drive to the Venetian. It'll be a long drive, yes, but I can make it there. Maybe not, though, because my car started making noises. Pray for me. I've been ignoring it all week, but I think I got to actually bring it in. So we'll see. That's what I want to do. I wanted to call and make an appointment. I'll have to remind myself tomorrow to make an appointment. But I will keep that in mind for when my car isn't threatening to kill itself. Okay. Marbles Muse. When Lilco and I arrived at Gels Burgers, the place was packed with customers of all ages. It took a while, but... Oh, wait. I can go back now. It took a while, but we're now sitting down at one of the tables, eagerly waiting for our names to be called so we can grab our food. Ugh, now I want a burger. I had dinner, but I want a burger now. And I'm not even really a burger person. I just get really influenced by food for whatever reason. Lilco goes, when's the last time we came here together, Clark? I reply, right before I went to college. God, that was 5 years ago, wasn't it? Hey, don't say it like that, says Lilco. You're making it sound like we're getting old, Clark. You're only 24. See? At least you can say it was only, what? Let me go back. 5 years ago? It's been 10 years since... Well, since I not graduated. It's been 10 years since I started freshman year of my undergrad. I graduated in 3 years. So 7 years since I graduated my undergrad. Wow, this game is already making me feel old. I know, I'm really like, stop. Don't say that. You're only 24, God. I am older than that. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. It's 6:09. 2 yawns in the span of 3 minutes. Ridiculous. Lilco and I ate at Gels Burgers every week back in middle school when the place opened up. That tradition would carry on into high school. The reason we came here so often was so that Lilco could try all the menu items, which were named after the different marble sports teams. I just realized I haven't been playing the audio for the game. I'm so sorry, y'all. My B. Just listen to fucking silence. The Silver Sharks, the Cosmos, the Magentas, Team Mimi, and so on. Started college 15 years ago. Graduated with my associates 9 years ago. Yeah, that adds up. I literally started being like, when did you graduate college? And I used my master's year, my graduate school year, and not my undergrad. But that only gives me, what, 2 extra years? I mean, I did my master's in 1 year, but I had a year gap between undergrad and grad school. But it doesn't add much more. I'm still in school. You know what, Lore? That's okay. Honestly, kind of wish I was still in school, but that is not what the universe had in store for me. I just love learning. I actually enjoyed writing papers, especially if it was a topic I was like into. God, I would tear through like thesis papers and stuff. Never had to write a dissertation though, so maybe that I would feel different if I had to do that. But I used to have fun. Yeah, papers used to be great, man. I'd get so into it. Oh my God, I'm making PowerPoint presentations about your paper. I'm going to sound like a fucking nerd right now. I used to enjoy if I had one class that would have you do a paper, but then a PowerPoint presentation to do it, I'd get so pumped because I'd be like, oh, the paper's done. But I'm like, but I still got the PowerPoint. Nerds Unite. Hell yeah. I used to get so intense. I would add like GIFs and clips and all these things. I would make it so dynamic. I had no interest in a boring PowerPoint. People would put the bare minimum, and then mine would just be so intense. Man, I actually still have some of my papers because some of them I'm just so proud of that I'm like, it's probably not the greatest paper in the world, but like I just enjoyed writing it, so I didn't want to get rid of it. But yeah, I love being a nerd. Excuse me. Clark continues, there are honestly too many to name, yet Lilco managed to memorize every single team. Not only that, but he's the only one on the island that's tried everything on Jill's vast menu. Ooh. I should have a yawn count. Every time I yawn, just add to the number. See how many yawns I get in a stream. I think I'd hate myself, though, if I actually saw the final count. I'd be like, never mind. Fuck this. My feelings would get hurt, even though it's my body's fault. I have a death counter that's never been used. See, I don't really play a lot of games with death in there. I could do like a failed flirt counter because I do so many dating sims. And this is hard counter. I love this is hard counter. That's fucking hilarious. That's great. Yeah, I thought about getting a counter, but I don't know what it'd be for. I think the only thing that'd be good for shit talking me would be yawns or a failed flirt or a Leatrice can't rhythm counter. I can't fucking rhythm. I've also want to do those daily check-ins, but I'm like, what kind of daily check-in do I want? Do I like do a daily simp check-in? Your harem has grown. I thought that was like too like ooh-ish. I was like, can't do that. So I've been brainstorming a daily check-in. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll put one in there, but I'm just like, can't think of what I would want it to be. Yeah. Though I think it would be kind of funny to be like, yeah, daily simp count. Your harem has reached 300. Sinister's harem would get big so fast. So would yours, Lore. Actually, all three of you here, Cat Lady Lore and Sin, all three of your harems would be so big. Simp ticket redeemed. Ooh. What, you don't want a big harem, Lore? A ticket counter would be cool. But you gotta redeem tickets, so I'd have to give a good prize. I mean... That's great. That's phenomenal. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say. That was great. But yeah, well, I will get a daily count one of these days. What it will be for, who knows? I'm still thinking about it. But it'll happen. But oh god, that's hilarious. The chaos that would ensue if we did have like a harem counter would be insane, I feel like. But while I try to be hilarious, I feel like that could go either way. Clark continues, however, when senior year of high school rolled around, things changed. With Lilco aiming to become a star athlete and me going off to college, neither of us had the free time to come here together. But being here now brings back fond memories. You remember when this place first opened up and they had that huge opening ceremony, I ask? Oh my god, Lilco's blushing. Of course I do. That was the day I got to meet the Rushing Rubies. I love sports team names. They're so great. Lilco goes, I still have that signed photograph of their win at the 2000 Marble Palooza framed in my bedroom. I've never seen a little boy so excited for anything as Lilco was meeting his favorite team. Lilco was talking a mile a minute to them about sports and how awesome they were at the most recent Marble Palooza. He even gave props to the team's reserve member, Robert. That seems like such a random name. I know we got a Tony, but we had like Dreadball as a name. We have Lilco, like Echo, Cotton, and then you just get Robert. Just Robert. Apparently the guy gets ignored a lot by fans because he doesn't normally participate in events. He only gets put in when someone gets injured. I could tell that Lilco acknowledging the reserve member made the guy's day. After spending a bit of time with everyone, eventually our parents had to drag us away so we could eat. However, Lilco had one last thing to say to the Rushing Rubies. Good old Robert, exactly. One day I'll compete against you guys at the Marble Palooza. Oh, Lilco! I let out a little sigh. I wish that fire inside of him was as ferocious as it was back then. Clark? Asked Lilco. Lilco saying my name breaks me out of my thoughts. Huh? They called our names. Come on, let's get our food before it gets cold. Lilco gets out of his seat and heads to the counter, but at a slow pace. Back then, he would jump out of his seat and race toward the counter so he could get his usual order as quickly as possible. He'd always be so eager to devour a Rushing Ruby's spicy burger with a side order of Cajun fries. Then he'd chug down a Thai food and blueberry milkshake so he could cool off from all the spice. A blueberry milkshake. Interesting. He grabs his tray and I do the same, the two of us settling back down in our seats. As I take a bite of my Crazy Cosmos chicken sandwich, I can't help but watch Lilco eat his meal as if nothing's wrong. What is going on in that brain of his? Should I ask him about why he quit the Lilies now, or should I wait until later? I feel like if I ask right now, that could ruin the mood. It might be best if I just wait until we're done eating. After all, it's been forever since Lilco and I have been here. I should enjoy the moment with my best friend before moving on to something serious. Then again, would I even get the chance to ask him later? Why do you mean, Clark? You're besties for the resties. You have all the chances to ask later. But okay. What should I do? Ah, fuck. Can I save? I want to save. Please let me save. What do we think? Should we ask now? I feel like it's... God, things like this are hard. I mean, we could have waited until we're done eating. Why ruin the mood while eating? Right? There's no rush. Like, we're besties for the resties. And yes, I'm going to keep saying that all night. Take a shot each time I say it if you want to get drunk. This is my besties for the resties gameplay. No, let's wait. Let's wait. I don't want to ruin the mood. I'll wait until after we're done eating and we're in a place we can talk private. The two of us continue to eat our food. Well, Lilco isn't so much eating as he is inhaling it. Slow down, Lilco. Do you remember what they said in biology class? Oh, God. Didn't we just say we're out of school forever? You don't want to overwork your ECL. Or at worst, clog it and then you'll suffocate. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. They actually have marble anatomy here. Hold on, let's read this. Most of the anatomy in marbles resembles human anatomy in terms of parts. The heart, lungs, stomach, and other organs are all present with changes in location to fit the spherical form. The main difference come from the cilia layers and how they work with the body. The internal cilia layer, ICL, moves counterclockwise in the opposite direction the body wishes to move, while the external cilia layer, ECL, moves clockwise as a result of the ICL, making the body move forward. The ECL is responsible for taking in food and oxygen while also excreting waste through micropores located between the cilia. These micropores work as millions of tiny mouths that chew small bits of food that are then transported through the many tubes in the bone sphere. They literally went and made marble anatomy for this game. That's insane. The developers are crazy and I love them. I love them so much. I hope their pillow is always cold. Shrugging off my warning, he chugs down his shake. If I die, I'll die happy with a piece of Rushing Ruby's spicy burger lodged in my throat. Psst, okay, I go. I'll prepare your funeral then. I'll be sure to say he died as he lived, an avid sports fan. Go Rushing Rubies. Thoughts and prayers. Taking a closer look at Lilco, I noticed there's a smidge of hot sauce on his cheek. You're getting yourself dirty too. Marble Anatomy's dedication. It really is! I love it! I truly, one of the favorite things about this game is that it's not like a throwaway game. I don't want to say... Throwaway game seems a bit harsh. What I mean is, like, a lot of silly games like this tend to be very short because they're a fun time, not a long time. But I like that these developers literally, like, took a bit and then really created a world building with it. I think that's really cool. And it gives me more fun because, like, I like the funny one-offs, but give me a weird game with meat to its bones. I want to be a freak for more than 30 minutes, you know? So this game is giving it to me. It's fulfilling all my freaky wishes. You're getting yourself dirty too, I say. Come on, we need you to look good if we're going to have to prepare you for your funeral. I got something on my face? Asked Lilco. Lilco feverishly wipes himself with a napkin, but somehow manages to still miss that itty bitty spot of hot sauce. Oh my god, are we gonna wipe it off? It's still there, you dummy. Where? He goes. Here. Grabbing a napkin of my own, I reach over the table, careful not to touch any of Lilco's food. Gently, I wipe the small red speck off of him. I love this so much. Lilco's cheeks warm up to a dark red hue, much like a perfectly ripe red, delicious apple. There I go. Now it's not there anymore. I recline back into my seat. What would you do without me? I'm like your third parent. Yeah. Totally like a third parent, says Lilco. I added the totally. If Lilco's teammates were here, they would be having a field day with this. They always make something bigger than what it really is. After all, I'm just looking out for my best friend. My bestie for the restie. Wouldn't they do the same if they were in my shoes? Thanks, Clark. Anyway. Lilco takes a giant sip of his milkshake, and the redness on his body quickly disappears. How are things going with you? Still stuck on what to do for your next masterpiece? I wouldn't exactly call anything I've created a masterpiece, Lilco. Why not? He asks. I think all your pieces are fantastic. You're the best artist I know. Aww, that's so sweet. Lilco would always compliment me on my art. That's how we first met, actually. On the first day of second grade, we sat right next to each other. During math, he peeked over at my notebook to see that I was doodling in the margins instead of writing down money values. I mean, I've yet to see anyone top anything you've made. Lilco, stop! That horse with the sticks for legs and a giant triangle for a tail? Utter perfection, and it's still one of my favorite things you've done, bruh. Thanks. I know since he's my best friend that he's supposed to care about me, but deep down, part of me wonders if what he's saying is actually the truth. Is my artwork that good, or is he just saying that to make me feel better? Because no matter what, every time I try to put a pencil to paper, I immediately discard the idea from my mind because it isn't good enough. If the world saw any of my ideas, they'd consider me a sham of an artist. That seems a little harsh, Clark. What was it? There's a fan base and audience for everything. Literally everything has an audience. Whether the audience is an audience of 1 or an audience of 1 million, that's the thing. But like the only time I would consider someone a sham of an artist is if they stole artwork or they're an AI artist. Me, howdy. Welcome in, Arcade. How are you? How have you been? We're just a marble romancing another marble who happens to be our bestie for the restie. So yeah, I would only consider someone a sham of an artist if they stole artwork or if they're an AI artist, because fuck those guys. Clark's so hard on themselves. God damn. Oh, flashback to a professor. Look at us with our beret that's too big for our head. Even though we were only in school 5 years ago. Professor Manuel, the greats, like Edouard Manet, wouldn't even think of putting out something like this. I wonder what he would think of my drawings from when I was a kid. Would he also be disgusted by my childhood doodles? Bro, you were a kid! You were a kid! Oh no, I'm so sorry about that, Arcade. I hope you feel better, or I hope you're able to get it taken care of. Dental words be expensive. So I feel you. I remember you playing this last time. Hell yeah. Oh right, you were here last time for this. It feels like it's been forever since I played it, but it literally was a week ago because I ended up not doing stream last Wednesday. This is going to be a regular occurrence until I get through this playthrough. I don't know how long the actual route is, but the intro was pretty long. But I love this. I love this so much. I'm having a blast. Clark continues, if I can't create something as great as history's best artist, then I might as well not create at all. That is such a 0 to 100 thought. Like, I can't blame Clark, though. I've had thoughts like that, and they remind me of one of my IRL besties. He thinks very similarly. Like, if he's not into it, if he's not, like, good at it instantly, or, like, if he's not as good as, like, the best people, he's like, I'm terrible at it. I'm like, that's not how that works. Please stop. Your beautiful brain is being mean to you. But so Clark really makes me think of like a friend of mine. They continue, but I can't give up yet. Not until I have exhausted this Muse option first. Lilco goes, I miss when you sent me your works in progress. I'm terrible at games after watching it. That's great. That's cute, Arcade. Huh? I go? You missed that? Back in high school when I got my first phone, I used to send Lilco all kinds of pictures of my projects. But once I got my artist block, I stopped doing that. Lilco goes, every time I saw what you were working on next, I don't know, got happy knowing that I'm best friends with someone as talented as you. Taking a screenshot of that. That's so cute. Lilco's adorable. Where's my Lilco? I want my own Lilco right now. Send me that screenshot? Absolutely. Absolutely, Arcade. I got you. I was gonna say something else. I forgot it. I lost it. If it's important, it'll come back. Me? Talented? I go. That isn't a word I would use to describe myself whatsoever. Yeah, you're super talented, Clark. What makes you think you aren't? Lilco asks. Me, myself, and I? The trifecta of hardship. Lilco points a fry at me. You know what's so great about you, Clark? My incredible beret, I say sarcastically. Besides that, my killer sarcasm. Okay, your sarcasm is fantastic, but also no. Lilco just be hyping us up. I have no freaking clue then. What is it then? I ask. Lilco tosses the french fry into his mouth and swallows it. It's that you saw so much value in everything, you just had to draw it. You drew a sunset, someone shoveling their driveway in winter, and a raccoon digging through trash. If it existed, you sketched it. When I went through all your sketchbooks in high school, I was left dumbstruck because 1, I can't draw to save my life. But 2, which is the most important one, no matter what it was, you drew it because you thought it was worth capturing. You see everything in this world, even the most mundane things, as beautiful. I wish that more marbles saw the world through your eyes. If they did, this messed up world we live in would be a better place. What a high-ass fucking compliment. I'd lose my shit if someone said that to me. It takes a lot to be able to see the beauty in little things. For a second, I'm left speechless. A mixture of emotions conjuring up inside of me. Happiness, fulfillment, all stemming from knowing my best friend sees value in me and my work. And look at us blush. He thinks my art is beautiful. Flashback to Professor Manuel, my bad. I'm tired. I'm sleep deprived. Well, the way I see it is that you didn't take the assignment seriously at all. It looks like a complete joke. So I feel like our insecurities stem from this abusive professor. I mean verbally abusive. I'm just saying. This professor seems like a fucking dick. However, there's also a third feeling in the pit of my stomach, one that's swallowing everything else up and consuming me. Flashback professor goes, look more at their works and emulate them instead of doing this. It's doubt. What if what I drew back then wasn't beautiful? Maybe in reality, it wasn't worth drawing at all. Lilco responds, well, you drew it for a reason, right? Why are you doubting yourself now? Do I have to beat someone up? No, I go. That was a CC line right there. Do I have to beat someone up? Glad you made it home. It's just that, I continue, when I look back at all my old work from years ago, I don't feel nostalgia or a sense of accomplishment. Instead, I feel disgusted that I produced horrible quality art like that. Lilco studies me, a concerned look plastered on his face. Listen, I know you're in a creative rut right now, so maybe you're doubting your value as an artist, but believe me when I say that your artwork is fantastic. Nobody can take that away from you, not even yourself. Aww. Unable to say anything, I reply with a hesitant nod as questions swirl around in my mind. Pause real quick. I really like that I like doing this romance route because I like that there's parallels between Clark and Lilco. Lilco's in a rut because he's stuck and he hasn't made it to the big leagues as an athlete. We're stuck because our professor was a fucking dick. And so we're both in this kind of rut. And I think it's a beautiful thing. Not only are we best friends, like friends to lovers, but we'll also be able to do like a rediscovery of ourselves through each other. So I think that's a really good, like really interesting thing. And I'm very excited to see how this plays out. And hopefully we can help each other. That'd be so cute. Clark continues, is my artwork pleasing to look at? How can I match up to the great artists of the past? A giant part of me is yelling, no, your work means nothing unless you can be exactly like theirs. But there's this tiny, meek voice that's telling me to believe his words and, for once, complete a sketch without throwing it away after a few lines. When you start working on your next piece, do you mind sending me pictures of how it's coming along? Asked Lilco. I'm not sure if that's a promise I can keep. We'll see, I reply. I'm not sure you'll get any works in progress pictures anytime soon. Lilco gleams. I don't mind waiting, Clark. Will I be able to produce something in a reasonable time, if at all? I'm not sure. For the remainder of our time at Jell's Burgers, we focus on finishing our meals. Lilco downs the remainder of his meal in a matter of minutes. I, on the other hand, am the last one to finish as my mind is elsewhere, trying to wrap my head around our conversation. When I finally finish eating, we leave Jell's Burgers. Whew, I needed that, goes Lilco. Thanks for coming out with me, Clark. No problem, I say. There's no way I would ever pass up spending time with you, Lilco. The two of us roll towards Lilco's car. Oh my god, there's cars, I say as we literally had a bus scene last time. Lilco's car in the Jell's Burgers parking lot on the side of the building. The cool night sky breeze causes me to shiver just a bit. Hey, Lilco? Yeah, what's up? He asks. How do I approach this? I told myself that I was going to talk to Lilco about him quitting the Lilies, but I don't have a game plan. I was hoping to think of one while we were eating, but I got so distracted with my own problems that I didn't have time to do so. The two of us enter Lilco's car. Although it's an older Toyota model from the early 2000s, it looks completely brand new. The inside doesn't even show the tiniest bit of wear. I suppose when you own a car and have to pay so much to keep it, you need to keep it in top condition. Psst, not me. I don't take care of my car. Should I? Yes. Do I hate my car, though? Yes. I hate my car so much. I really want a different car. But with this economy right now, absolutely the fuck not. Maybe one day. Oh. Why did you quit the Lilies? I ask. Lilco sighs. I figured you were going to ask me that at some point, he replies. Lilco reclines in his seat and looks up at the ceiling of his car. Lilco, I don't get it. Your dream ever since you were first able to talk was to go to the Marble Palooza. That's the thing, he goes. I was a dumb kid who thought he could accomplish anything if he put his mind to it. That's not how life works, Clark. Lilco's eyes glisten with tears, his voice sounding defeated. No! Not my bestie for the restie. I thought that I and the rest of the team were good enough to make it to Marble Palooza. As captain, it's my job to make my team the best they can be. But they just kept rejecting us. No matter how many letters I sent them trying to convince them to give us a shot, no matter how many performance videos they sent of the team, none of it was good enough. I left the team because I'm exhausted. I've done everything I could to prove myself, and it seems like it'll never be good enough. Maybe the others believe that they can go to Marble Palooza, maybe even other worldwide competitions, and I hope the best for them. But I can't put myself through that pain again. What do I say here? What can I say? When he graduated high school, Lilco only focused on becoming a world-class athlete, joining the Lilies, and even becoming captain because of his skill. He's tried for 7 years to achieve his lifelong dream, and what does he have to show for it? Nothing. His once affectionate confidence that could rally even the most defeated marbles to believe in themselves has been crushed to dust. It's heart-wrenching to see what Lilco has become. Honestly, that is rough. And while I hate to see someone give up on their dream, at the same time, I'm proud of them for like taking the time for themselves, because sometimes you need a break. You need to take a step back and reevaluate. I'm sorry, I say. Those were the only words I could think of to say. It's not your fault, Clark. I mean, you supported my dreams for as long as I can remember. But dreams are just exactly that, dreams. There's something far out of your reach that are never meant to come true. That's a little depressing, Lilco. That's also not true. We got this. Lilco. Let's get you home, Clark. I'm sure you have better things to do than listen to me be depressed. Lilco starts up his car and drives out of the Gels Burgers parking lot. The car ride is eerily quiet. Normally with Lilco, I wouldn't mind this. Oh my god, look at us in the car! I know this is a really sad, depressing moment, but look at us! That's so interesting. Can we even see? Lilco's barely above the steering wheel. How does this work sight-wise? Even when the conversation dies down, unlike with other marbles, we don't feel awkward. We don't feel like we need to say or do anything to fill in dead air. Each other's presence was enough. But that's not the case here. It's just like the other day when I saw him hanging out on the bleachers by himself. There's something on both of our minds, words that need to be said, but we're both too scared to say anything. Eventually, we arrive outside of my apartment complex, yet I sit there, not wanting to move. I want to say something more than I'm sorry, to my best friend. If I can find the right words to say to him, maybe, just maybe, he might consider joining the Lilies again. Maybe he just needs to remember why he's put so much time and effort into this dream of his. Why did you want to go to the Marble Palooza in the first place? What? Asked Clark. All I ask is that you remember why you wanted to go there in the first place, I state. No one just dedicates all their life to training for something they felt half-heartedly about. I've seen marbles, young and old, change career paths because what they were originally doing was exactly how they envisioned it would be. I don't know, says Lilco. I know you know, Lilco. Maybe you've just forgotten about it because of all the misfortune that's come your way. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's a similar situation with me. I lost who I was as an artist because of someone telling me that my work wasn't good enough to be considered art. Instead of being Clark, I'm just a carbon copy, mimicking the works and styles of those from the past. I may not have given up creating art, but I've certainly given up on being myself. Just think about that, and when you come with your answer, let me know, okay? Wow, that was fucking deep for Clark, I feel like. That was fucking deep. Look at you go, Clark. Unable to say a word, Lilco just nods. I exit the car and enter my apartment building. When I turn back and look through the see-through sliding doors, Lilco is still parked outside, as if he's trying to figure out the answer to my question. Then his car starts back up and he drives off. When I get to my apartment, I roll into my art studio. It's the same as how I left it last night. Ideas in the form of crumpled up pieces of paper lay scattered on the floor, and the canvas is blank. That's irritating. Sitting down on the chair in front of the easel, I touch the blank canvas that's been empty for God knows how long. Why did I become an artist in the first place? I find myself repeating the same question that I had asked Lilco. It felt weird giving him the exact advice that I needed to hear. Marbles are weird like that. We help those that are facing similar, if not the same problem as we are. However, when it comes to helping ourselves, we don't. Is it because it's just hard to listen to our own advice, or is it because of the voices in our heads telling us it won't work? Our asshole professor goes, the greats like Edouard Manet wouldn't even think about putting out something like this. Look more at their works and emulate them instead of doing this. The painful, soul-crushing words from my old art professor pop up in my mind. Even though that happened 3 years ago at this point, his words still sting as much as they did back then. My downfall as an artist started when I took that man's class. Up to that point, my art was praised by everyone around me. They all encouraged me to pursue my passions. Even my parents were supportive of me going to school to hone my craft. I honestly thought they would be against it. After all, making a stable income as an artist is difficult. But they truly believed that I could make it. Our first assignment was to do a landscape portrait. I did one of the sunset. The beautiful yellow and orange sky made me feel like that day was perfect for this first assignment. Professor goes, you aren't showing me any respect with crap like this, so why should I do the same? Fragments of that unpleasant day begin to flash in my head. Even though I thought I did well and captured the sunset perfectly, Professor Manuel thought otherwise. Asshole professor continues, every artist's brushstroke has a purpose. The late great Van Gogh's was bold and dramatic, which helped express the emotion in the piece. Edouard Manet's brushstrokes were loose and quick, yet they blended very well to make a beautiful painting that looked almost realistic. He thought I needed to be like the other artists he loved, and of course I listened to him. After all, I thought he knew better. Ugh. I know I'm not the only artist who has had their confidence shattered by someone, but how did they get over it while I'm stuck? Where do I find the strength to move forward again? Can I even find it after so much time has passed? Is it too late for me? Day 4, swimming. Oh, wait, look at that. That was Les's little and us at Biggie's. Oh, that was cute. For the past few days, I've been trying to force myself to draw and paint, but it's done nothing for me whatsoever. Maybe I just need some fresh air. That might get the creative juices flowing. I hope. It's almost 7:40 p.m. when I roam the brightly lit streets of Liliana. Instead of frantically searching for a muse in hopes of them being the cure to my artist block, I'm just strolling around for a nighttime stroll. Jell's Burgers is coming up in my vision. It's a bright neon sign making it stick out like a sore thumb with the rest of the stores in the area. I'm not all that hungry, but hey, a late night milkshake wouldn't hurt, yeah? 7:40 isn't late, Clark. I say as that would be late for me. If someone would be like, hey, you want to head out? And it's 7:40. I'd be like, bitch, I'm in bed. Fuck you. Or bitch, I got work in the morning. Fuck you. So I can't really give Clark shit for saying late night snack. As soon as I roll in, I'm greeted by a marble who looks absolutely exhausted. Working in food service is soul-sucking, I swear. What's everyone's go-to milkshake? Unlike you, I need to adult. What a nicer way to put that, Sid. I say, even though that's still pretty mean. My go-to milkshake typically is either chocolate ice cream with Oreo pieces or strawberry ice cream with Oreo pieces. I like a good Oreo milkshake, but not like a plain vanilla Oreo milkshake. You get my drift? That's typically... Oh, I haven't... Actually, now that I think about it, I haven't had a milkshake in forever. Ooh, I want a milkshake. Chocolate or mocha? Nice, nice. Yeah. And I used to love whipped cream on milkshakes, but I don't really get whipped cream on them anymore. I'm not really into whipped cream as much as an adult. Maybe my taste buds have changed or whatnot, but I'm not into it. If I do get whipped cream accidentally, I'll just scrape it off and give it to Lua. She loves her pup cups. I wish they sold like half bottles of whipped cream instead of the giant tall cans. Because I would buy a can for Lua just so she can have it. Kai doesn't like whipped cream. But because it's a tall can, I don't want to give her whipped cream every day. So I'm like, well, it's going to go bad before I go through it all. But, oh, I really kind of want a milkshake right now. But I do not need it. I don't needs it. Lily legit was just debating to open Uber Eats, but we're not going to. We're going to be good. We're going to be fan-fucking-tastic. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, well, it'll come back to me. Or not. It's fine if it's lost to the void. Once I get my milkshake, I make sure to drop a couple of dollars into the tip jar before heading over to an open seat. Jeremy, why are you crying? Says the strange voice. Who's Jeremy? Looking over to my right, there's a kid crying while his dad is doing his best to calm him down. I don't want to play basketball anymore, Dad. The kid replies back, his voice quivering as he does. Why? I thought you liked basketball, asked the father that gets no name. I do, but I cost us the game. Even my teammates said I was the reason we lost. Ugh, poor kid. He's giving up basketball because of one bad game? I mean, no one's perfect. I'm sure every athlete has had an off day. But I guess in the world of sports, you're just not allowed to make mistakes. Jeremy, says the dad. The dad, who's on the opposite side of the table, gets up to go sit next to his kid, and then pulls his kid into a comforting, warm embrace. If I didn't miss that three-pointer, we would have had tied, and the game still would have continued. We could have won. Sometimes, Jeremy, we have good and bad days. Remember when Magic Jack played against the Rainforest Rangers that one time? The one where he missed all those shots? The kid says nothing. Oh, he does say something. I got too impatient. Yeah. You remember what he did? He kept playing? That's right! Magic Jack continued to play. Do you remember what happened later that year? His team went to the Worldwide Marble Basketball Championships? Exactly. So just because you had a bad game or two doesn't mean anything. If someone great like Magic Jack can mess up, so can you, Jeremy. You can't give up on your dreams because of adversity. Life is all about overcoming all the negativity, whether it comes from someone else or you. Do you understand? I think. He rubs his kid's back comfortingly. Tomorrow during practice, I want you to get out there and be the best version of yourself that I know you can be, okay? Okay. You promise? There's a tiny glint on the kid's body. I promise. Good. Now eat your food before it gets cold. The two turn their attention back to their food and begin talking about other things. I turn back to my milkshake, staring at the light green liquid through the plastic chop. Light green liquid? Why is your milkshake green? Oh, I guess it could be mint chocolate chip. Fun. I'm not really a mint chocolate chip person. Personally. I mean, I'll eat the ice cream if that's all there's available, but it's not my favorite flavor. I'm assuming that's the kind of milkshake. I don't know why it'd be light green. Seeing that kid just now, he reminded me a bit of Lilco. I wonder where Lilco is right now and if he's doing okay. Should I text him just to see how he's doing? Yes! Clark! Please! Clark goes, then again, maybe he just wants to be left alone. I'm going to save just in case but we're getting a motherfucking marble. Pulling out my phone, I tap on Lilco's contact and begin drafting up a message. Hey, Lilco, how are you doing? What are you doing? I take a giant sip of my milkshake as I wait for those precious 3 dots to appear. A few minutes pass until eventually I see them. Hey, Clark, I'm... Just at the community swimming pool to de-stress. What about you? Hope you're doing better than me. At the community pool, huh? Maybe I should pay him a visit? I hope he doesn't mind the company. After taking a couple more sips of my delicious milkshake, I write up a reply. Oh, I was taking a nightly stroll. I text back. I had to get away from the studio for a bit. I ended up getting a milkshake from Gels. You're at the community pool, huh? Mind if I come and visit? Once again, I found myself waiting for a response. However, 15 minutes passed and nothing from Lilco. I'm guessing he put his phone away and got right to swimming. Not that I blame him. The pool is closing soon. I hope Lilco doesn't mind a surprise visit from me. Taking a few last sips of my milkshake, making sure I get every last drop, I toss it into the garbage and head out of Gels, rolling in the direction of the community pool. I want a milkshake as well. Sorry, a mid-alliance raid in... Oh, hell yeah! Final Fantasy 14? No worries, Lore. Good luck on your raid. When you have a chance to answer, no pressure, what kind of milkshakes do you like? I know I talked about ice cream before, but certain ice creams don't milkshake well, in my opinion. Ooh, the pool is dark. Chocolate espresso. I'm seeing a theme that we all like chocolate here. When I get to the community pool, it's completely empty. Perfect. This is why I like coming to the pool close to closing time. No one else is around, so it's easier for me to focus. Oh, this is Lilco. Are we from Lilco's point of view right now? Oh my god. I roll over to the end of the pool and begin leaning from side to side, stretching out my body to make sure I don't cramp up. Oh my god! Lilco! Okay, stretches are done. How's the water? I touch the water to begin a feel for the temperature. As expected, the pool is chilly. Another perk of being here alone. Taking a deep breath to prepare for the cold shock to my body soon coming from the water. Okay. Kneeling down, I touch the edge of the diving board and get myself into the streamlined position. Just remember, stretch as high as you can for maximum effect and avoid leaning back. You didn't spend all those nights practicing with the boys for nothing, right? All the times we spent laughing and coaching each other to be better, not to mention the time we spent together outside of practicing. After a long day of training, we would all head to Gels or back to my place to wind down. They were more than just my teammates. They were my friends. These cherished memories that would normally fill my heart with a strong sense of warmth instead fill me with melancholy. Every time we wouldn't get an invitation to the Marble Palooza, I could see their hearts drop. We would always work hard. And for what? Nothing. And even when you're down, life just keeps kicking you. I'm so sick and tired of it that I left. Looking down, I noticed that I'm shaking. When did that start happening? Ugh, a shaky stance could lead to a bad dive. I need to chill. Taking in a deep breath, I jump into the water and it crashes against my body. Oh my god, look at us with our goggles! I start swimming freestyle. At first, everything's fine. My kick and my arm rotations are normal. Arm rotations? What fucking arm? My head is coming up to breathe when it should. But then... Oh, we got a flashback. Asiatic goes, what do you mean we aren't going to the Marble Palooza this year, Lilco? Did the committee even give you a reason why? No, I respond. No, they didn't, Asiatic. Orient Pet goes, I'm sure we'll get invited next year, right? Hydrated. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me take my sippies. Sippies acquired. Trumpet goes, yeah. Turk, in turn goes, right, Lilco? Yeah. I'm over kicking. None of my kicks are powerful enough to propel me forward. If this were a competition, I would be done for. I can feel my body slowly sink into the water as if something is pulling me down. Oh god. This is going a direction I did not expect. I keep messing up on my recovery. Freestyle is about rotating your shoulders 30 to 40. What shoulders? 30 to 40 degrees so you can breathe. But here, I keep moving my head too far up, causing me to sink, making me slower. I'm making all of these rookie mistakes. I should know better. Ugh! Feeling the fatigue and frustration start to overwhelm my body, I stop in the middle of the pool. Turning over, I stare up at the ceiling, letting myself float in the water. As my body drifts in the pool, my mind wanders away from swimming to... well, Clark, like it always does! Sorry, I flipped out there. So, is this telling us that Lilco's always had a crush on us? Stop it! They always manage to invade my thoughts like clockwork. Oh my god! And once again, their question from last night rings in my head. Why did you want to go to the Marble Palooza in the first place? Why did I want to go to the Marble Palooza in the first place? Thinking back to my childhood, I try to remember what I found so mesmerizing about watching various teams compete. The memory of when I invited Clark over to watch that year's Marble Palooza comes to mind. I was already excited because it was Marble Palooza season. Back then, God, I need a shot every time we talk about Marble Palooza. Back then, watching the Marble Palooza for 2 weeks was like a second Christmas to me. But having my best friend, someone who I hold close to my heart, there to watch it with me, that made it even better. Which one is your favorite team, Lilco? Clark asks. I love the Rushing Rubies. Who do you like? We ask. Back then, Clark didn't know anything about sports. They still don't. Throughout the years I've known them, I had to teach them everything I know, like sports terminology and who was who. I guess the Glorious Geckos, Clark answers. They had cool-looking tracksuits when they came out. Of course, Clark would go for the more aesthetically pleasing teams out of the bunch. It was the artist in them. What? But they're like in last place, says Lilco. They look great losing! Clark, you're a real one. You're a real one for that. I would pick a sports team just because all the members are hot. I don't give a shit whether they're winning or losing. Be like, hot enough? That's my jam. As the events continued, my eyes were glued to the screen. I was in awe at the talent that was being shown on the TV. The poise displayed by the athletes in the balance beam event was sublime.
Remember to stay hydrated.
Thank you for the hydrate, lore. I appreciate it. Let me take my sippies. Sippies acquired. Despite having such a tiny platform to work on, they managed to pull off some cool flips. In the swimming event, the world record was shattered by a minute. A whole minute. That takes talent and a lot of hard work. And thank you for the head pats. Seeing all those athletes standing tall on the podium with a medal wrapped around their bodies, I wanted that to be me. I want to be as great as those athletes on my television screen. Hey, Lilco, asked young Clark. You're going to go to the Marble Palooza? Of course, goes young Lilco. That's my dream. I want to stand on that first place pedestal with my entire team as we all hold that giant first place trophy. Plus, who wouldn't want to perform in front of the world? You wouldn't be nervous? Asked young Clark. I'd be so scared if I had to draw in front of a crowd that big. Maybe. I don't know. But even then, I think I would be way more excited to show off what I got. Oh, Lilco, you're such a young boy. You are really good, goes Clark. Heh, of course I am. Clark, when I win all those gold medals and that trophy for Liliana, can you promise me something? What? Goes young Clark. Oh my god. Aww. Do you promise to draw me if my team wins first place at the Marble Palooza? Oh my god, so when adult Clark asks adult Lilco to be their muse, that probably was rough to go be like, no, you can't draw me when I didn't win my tournament. Stop it. my heart. Why does a marble game make me feel feelings? You're going to have to pay me for that. Look at, go you, young Clark. Go you. How much? Asked Lilco. $1 million, Clark, please. Oh, so they both cause each other grief. For realsies. I don't have that kind of money, goes young Lilco. I'm only joking, Lilco. Yeah, I'll draw you. Oh my god. My precious babies. I love that we get Lilco's point of view. This is awesome. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to tell my coworkers about it tomorrow. Looking back on that memory, my heart fills with joy and warmth. The idea of Clark capturing me in their beautiful and soft style makes my heart race. Originally, I wanted to go to the Marble Palooza to show off my athletic talents. Even as a kid, I knew I had what it took to be on that kind of stage. Finding out that Clark would draw me if my team won first place fueled me even more to try and reach my goal. I mean, who wouldn't want to be drawn by someone they have a major crush on? Oh my god! I mean, we knew, but to have... I'm so glad Lilco's self-aware and admits it. Ah! Okay. Okay. Oh my god, Lilco's been crushing on Clark since middle school. I love. This is so good. I'm squealing so hard internally right now, y'all, that my heart is racing. But my mind isn't filled with the thoughts of my teammates. All of them smiling and having a good time training and joking around with each other as we try to reach our goal of going to the Marble Palooza. Once again, my heart drops down to the bottom of my stomach. No, Clark! No, sorry, not Clark. Lilco. So used to being Clark. Not used to being Lilco. No, Lilco. Bad Lilco. Think about Clark again. Don't worry about your teammates right now. Don't worry about it. Neither of those dreams, going to Marble Palooza and having my victory captured there by Clark, will ever become reality. And it sucks. God, why do I have to be thinking about this now? I'm supposed to be spending this time relaxing, clearing my mind. I'm doing the exact opposite. What kind of idiot does that? God, I'm stupid. Clark! Why do you think you're stupid? Flapping around like a fish out of water. But funnily enough, I'm in water. I turn in the direction of the voice. Standing there with a curious glint on their body is Clark. Clark, how long have you been standing there for? Long enough to hear you call yourself an idiot, they reply. Which isn't true, by the way. You're far from an idiot. I would know. I know plenty of idiots. You remember Jimmy from 3rd grade? The one who ate my entire box of 25 crayons for a nickel? I do, Lilco replies. That was a pretty memorable day, though not for a good reason. Someone in the class dared Jimmy to eat Clark's brand new box of crayons that they had just gotten for their birthday. Not Clark crying right there. Unfortunately, I went to the bathroom during that time because if I was there, those crowns would still be here today. Aww! Lilco! When I got back, Clark was crying. Of course, my little kid brain at the time connected the dots. My childhood crush crying. Plus Jimmy holding Clark's now empty crayon box equals Jimmy punched Jimmy in the stomach. I lied. They've liked each other since elementary school. That's so funny. Crush crying. Jimmy holding Crush's box equals punch Jimmy. You know what, Lilco? You're my man. Little did I know that little punch was going to result in Jimmy throwing up. I definitely should have gone for the face. Clark goes, all he got out of that was a stern yelling at and a punch to the stomach. Thank you for that, by the way. Anytime, Lilco goes, I go. Just let me know the next time anyone tries eating your art supplies. Ugh, doubt that'll ever happen again, they go, unless they want to end up in a hospital. But I appreciate the offer, Lilco. What are you doing here anyway? I ask. I want to see you. I freeze. And we're blushing. Immediately, I can feel my cheeks rise in temperature to a dangerous degree. How can they say things like that so casually? I mean, they're just my friend and all. Friends want to see each other whenever possible. I know that. But even with that context in mind, my heart is still racing. Lilco, I love you. I would die for you. I adore you. I needs you. It's so weird how I can have such a fun-filled conversation with Clark about our lives, and at the flip of a switch, they can make my heart go all out of whack. What's wrong? Clark asks. Nothing, I reply. Your face is red as a beet. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Are you sick or something? Clark, I love you, but my God, are you dense? This is so good. No, just, I don't know. My body's weird like that, I guess. Staring at Clark, their gesture suddenly carries a lot more meaning than it did before. Grabbing onto the ledge of the pool, I pull myself out of the cool water. Where's your towel? In the locker room, I reply. Do you want me to get it for you? Nah, I'll get it. I might as well take a quick shower while I'm there. Plus, this will give me some time to calm my heart down. Calm something else down, too. If you know, you know. Okay, I'll wait for you here. Don't take too long, okay? I roll towards the men's locker room while Clark gets comfortable on one of the benches. After waiting a bit, Lilco returns. He takes a seat next to me. So, what's up? Oh my God, we're at Clark's point of view again. Okay, kind of sad. I wanted to be in Lilco's love-struck brain some more, but that's fine. That's a loaded question if I've ever heard one, I reply. Leaning forward, I stare down at the wet floor. It's complicated, Lilco. I have all day, he replies. Hit me with it. Well, actually, until they kick us out of this place, but you know what I mean. Well, remember how I asked you why you want to go to the Marble Palooza? Yeah, Lilco replies. Well, I asked myself the same question. Why did I want to get into art in the first place? And it was because I loved it. But now, it brings me so much pain. Wait, why? Asked Lilco. Does it have to do with that artist block? Listen, Clark, an artist block is just that, a block. It's something you can get over. I let out a heavy sigh. It's a lot deeper than that, Lilco. Yes, it's true that I've been struggling with artist block. Everything I put on that canvas looks like crap. Even if it's just something as simple as a pencil sketch, I scrap it. But everything you make is fantastic, Clark, says Lilco. Whenever you showed me your artwork back in school, I was stunned that you could do something so great at your age. That's the thing, I say. When I look back on those days, I can't help but think the exact opposite. Why? You were so happy about every piece you made before you went off to college. I stare down at the pool, silent, the water sloshing back and forth. Did something happen, Clark? I never told Lilco what happened with Professor Manuel. It's a memory that I never wanted to revisit. In one of my art classes, I had a professor named Mr. Manuel. I was pretty excited to take his class. When I looked him up, he had all these awards and thesis papers attached to his name. To me, he was the real deal. He knew his stuff, and if I was able to learn from him, then I could transform from a good artist to a great one. Our first assignment was to paint a landscape. I painted a sunset. You know, the one hanging in my studio. But for whatever reason, he hated it. He claimed that it was an insult to art and just tore me down, both as an artist and as a marble. I could feel myself start to tremble as I recall this horrible memory. Lilco, noticing my shakiness, gently rubs my back. Although he doesn't say anything, he doesn't need to. Him just giving me comfort through touch is enough support for me to continue on with my story. He made me question why I became an artist in the first place. He listed off a couple of artists like Van Gogh and Edouard Manet, talking about how great their styles and techniques were. He told me I should do what they did. So I did. Every piece I made after that was in their style, or the subject was something that they would have painted. It was as if Van Gogh had risen from the dead and come back to do more art. I was just copying them, really. But hey, I ended up passing the class with an A, so I guess what I did was correct. Tears well up in my eyes, and I'm trying so hard to hold them back. I don't want to cry. I don't want to look weak. But if what I did was correct, then why do I feel so crappy? I wipe away the tears quickly, but no one's replaced them in a matter of seconds. Sure, I created art that he approved of. I mean, I was kind of happy to finally get that man's approval. But in the process, I lost my sense of self as an artist. I'm just a carbon copy of someone else. Now I can't create anything without scraping it because I don't think it's good enough. It's been that way for the last couple of months. Is that why you haven't sent me any works in progress? Asked Lilco. I nod. You know what the worst thing is? I've let this stop me from creating what I've wanted for so long. I don't know how to move past it. It seems like most marbles can get over the problem so quickly, but why is it so hard for me? No longer able to hold them back, the warm tears roll down my cheeks. Aw, Clark! It isn't fair, Lilco. Can I show you something, Clark? He asks. Are you going to show me cute animals to try and make me feel better? I reply. No, but I can do that afterward if you want. Lilco. Grabbing his phone, Lilco unlocks it and goes to his gallery. He taps on an album. A bunch of pictures. Ones that are all too familiar pop up. Do you remember these? Slowly, Lilco swipes through the different drawings that I sent him through the years. Ducks swimming in the pond in the dark. Gels when I first opened. Liliana during the different seasons. A random doodle I did of Lilco. Everything I ever made before college is stored in my best friend's phone. Yeah, of course I do. I drew these. How could I not remember these? Remember when I told you yesterday that I liked when you sent me those works in progress and stuff? He asks. I nod. I meant that, Clark. Aww. I have everything you've ever sent me saved on my phone. I hope that isn't weird or anything. I want a Lilco. Give me one. Universe, I'm begging. No, it isn't, I reply. It's art, Lilco. Plus, you're my best friend. Now, if you had an album full of candid pictures of me, that would be weird. Well, I was fully expecting Lilco to get nervous about that. Well, thankfully, I don't have anything like that. Eventually, Lilco reaches the last picture, which was the first picture I ever sent Lilco. A drawing of us. I know this doesn't mean much coming from someone who has no artistic value or expertise in the world, but your art has value to me, Clark. Why did you start making art in the first place, Clark? I enjoyed it, I reply. Do you still enjoy it? I shrug. I want to believe I do. It's just hard to because whenever I try to paint or draw, my professor pops into my mind. Lilco scoots over to me. Well, how about this? When that happens, maybe you can try and remember all of the marbles that love your art. Your parents supported you all your life with your ambitions. I mean, they bought your art supplies and told you to go to art school. That's true, I go. I had classmates at school who would say, wow, can you draw me? I mean, who didn't have classmates like that? They still liked your art, though, Lilco rebuts. What about teachers in high school or middle school? You must have had a few nice teachers who liked your art back then. Thinking back on it now. Yeah, I think they did. My high school teacher, Miss Edenworth, liked my art a lot. She would always let me hang out in her room during lunch so I could draw. She even told me about all the different art schools that I could apply to. She told me that if anyone could make a career out of art, it was me. How could I not have realized this sooner? Lilco nudges me playfully. I could see the gleam in your eye. I'm guessing you finally realized that more people liked your art than just me. Am I stupid for not realizing this sooner? I ask. Wow, you know, I should say yes for you asking such a dumb question. Lilco, you dick. I love you. Yes. Hey! I go. I'm kidding. You could never be stupid. Silly? Yes. Stupid? Never. We share a laugh. Seriously, Lilco, thank you. I hug Lilco. For a second, he freezes, and I can feel his body warm up. He quickly reciprocates the hug. At any time. After a moment, we let go. For whatever reason, Lilco looks away, unable to meet my eyes. I hope you can get over your over your artist block soon, Clark. Thank you, I say. It feels weird that Lilco can help me out, but I have no idea if I'm doing the same for him. Hey, Lilco? Yeah, he goes. Do you remember why you originally wanted to go to the Marble Palooza? Or are you still trying to figure that out? Yeah, I remember. Oh, that's awesome. What's your reason? I ask, oblivious. That's the thing. It's just that. It's just what? I ask. There are a lot of reasons, actually. Not just one. Lilco's cheeks turn crimson red. And one of them is actually kind of stupid. Oh, come on, Lilco. I really doubt that. Lilco chuckles awkwardly. No, seriously, Clark. It really is. I nudge Lilco playfully. Come on. You can tell me, Lilco. I promise I won't laugh. No, it's not that I don't think he'll laugh, Clark. It's just way more than that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we gonna get a confession tonight? Are we? What's happening? What's going on? My heart's racing and I can't handle this. What does he mean by that? Clark, I swear to motherfucking God. Lilco sighs. Clark, No! 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 Why would you do this to me? I am upsetty spaghetti right now. Upsetty spaghetti. I was really into this moment, okay? I didn't need the suspense. A stranger goes, hey, it's closing time. The two of us nearly fall off the bench when we hear the security guard yell at us from across the room. No confession yet. No. Not yet, but we were so fucking close. I wanted it. Ooh, like the guard, though. I was mad at him, but I like the sentence. Come on, Lilco, goes the guard. You should know better than this. Get you and your significant other out of here. Significant other? Lilco goes, significant other? No. We're not together. We're just friends. Yeah, that's what they all say. Now get out. The two of us run out of there before the old geezer can confuse us for partners any further. I'm not sure why, but the confusion had my heart skipping a beat. I'm not sure why. Clark, I slap you. My heart, man. I was literally getting so worked up with this confession, and now I have nowhere to put this energy because it was just deflated like that. When Lilco and I get outside, I'm out of breath from all the running I just had to do, which wasn't a lot. We really need to work on your stamina, Clark. Yeah, I know. Anyway, what were you going to say back there, Lilco? He stands there stunned, as if I'd completely forgotten the last minute of our lives and wasn't going to follow up on it. And like I said, it was stupid. Why are you saying that's stupid? Lilco, I feel like you're making it a bigger deal than it actually is. You don't know how big of a deal it really is. Lilco, please. Oh, hello, Lulu. Hi, baby girl. He sighs. His cheeks turn crimson red. Is he coming down with a cold? Clark! I mean, he did just come out of the pool, then into the warm air of the indoor community building, and then finally the cold outdoors. Look, can I tell you tomorrow at the track field? Huh? Why at the track field? I ask. It's where I know no one else would bother us. Maybe there tomorrow night, okay? All right, I'll see you there. Huh, what does Lilco have to say to me that warrants us being alone? Clark, for the love of God. I'm dense, but I'm not that fucking dense. Please. I guess I'll find out tomorrow. Day 5, the reason. I better get my confession tonight. I better motherfucking get it. I will flip my desk if I don't. No streams. All for future streams canceled. I will get this fucking confession. It will happen. Oh, Lulu, you're gonna fall if you keep doing it like that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's get your batootie up. Yes. Nope, that's not what I meant. But fine, that works too. Yeah, my baby girl. It's the next night, and as promised, I'm at the track field ready to listen to whatever Lilco has to say. I'm so glad they didn't make us go through a whole ass fucking day. I'd lose my shit. But, where is he? I roll around, but he's nowhere in sight. Did he forget? No, that's not like him. He wouldn't leave me stranded. Hey, over here, shouts Lilco. Turning to the sound of his voice, I finally see him. Further down the track field is Lilco. He's sitting on a patch of grass, motioning for me to come and sit next to him. Rolling on over, I sit next to him. Oh, look at his little CG. The two of us stare up at the stars that glisten in the dark blue sky. You know, I didn't realize the track field was such a nice place to see the stars. I thought the lighthouse was the only good place where you could see them. There are a lot of hidden gems in Liliana if you know where to look, Lilco responds. Does that mean you know where all the good spots are on the island? I do, he goes, but they're a secret. Oh, come on. You could tell me. I'm your best friend. Well, now that you said that, all you need to do is buy me a meal at Joe's. Deal, I go. Anything I want. Never mind. Knowing you, you're going to want to buy out the entire place in exchange for your treasures of secrets. Heh. When the laughter quiets down and the air starts to fill with the sound of crickets, I make my move. So, why did you want to go to the Marble Palooza? Cutting to the chase, I see. Can you blame me? I mean, you made it out to be a big deal. You held it off for an entire day and made me come here. That's true, he concedes. Lilco leans back a bit. Let's see. Originally, my reason to go to the Marble Palooza was to show off my talents to the world. I wanted millions of marbles to see how good I was at everything. I mean, you are pretty good at ribbon dancing. Horse riding? Probably needs some work. You're not exactly the horse whisperer, I go. Hush. Now, where was I? Oh, right. That was one of my original reasons. One? I go. Wait, what do you mean by one? I'll get to that in a second, okay? Trust me. Lilco! Okay. Anyway, I knew I couldn't go to the Marble Palooza alone. I needed a team. That's where the Lilies came in. At first, they were just a bunch of guys who had all the same dream as me. Go to the Marble Palooza, each for their own separate reasons. Orient Pet's reason was to make his family proud. Turk wanted the trophies. Trumpet wanted the paycheck. I mean, who wouldn't want a slice of Marble Palooza money? And Asiatic had the same reason as me, to show off how good he was. Seeing how much we all wanted to go to Marble Palooza is why we formed the Lilies. At first, not gonna lie, I think we all used each other as means to an end. But as the time passed and the more we trained together, we all grew closer. We started to spend time with each other outside of training. We spent time at each other's houses, learned about everyone's families and our personal lives. After all these years, I realized that if I wanted to go to Marble Palooza, I wanted to do it with my best friends by my side. Does that mean, for the first time in days, I can still see Lilco gleam with delight? Yes, Clark. I'm thinking of giving my dream another shot. I'm going to try and rejoin the team. Really? That's so great, I go. I just hope they let me. But I don't blame them if they don't. After all, I hurt them pretty badly. So, what are you going to do about it? I ask. Apologizing is the only thing I can do, right? It's just going to suck seeing them all again and knowing how angry they're going to be. I've never been good with confrontation. Confronting your problems always sucks, Lilco, but if you don't do it now, then you're never going to do it, you know? Then you're going to be left wondering, if I did something differently back then, would something have changed? Lilco nods in agreement. Yeah, you're right, Clark. So, when are you going to do it? Lilco thinks for a second. Not sure. Tomorrow, I prompt. Wait, tomorrow? Isn't that too soon? The sooner the better, I encourage. You get it over with. If you try to hold it off, you'll be worrying about it throughout the week and keep pushing it off. Just do what Marble Palooza runners do. Keep your eyes on the prize and rush towards the goal. That's what they do, right? Well, yeah, sort of. If you just run the entire way through, you'll run out of energy and you'll come in last place. But I get what you're trying to say, Clark. Lilco, please. Yeah, there you go. Tomorrow it is then. Look at us, our bestie for the restie, going to do their shit. Ugh, fine, but only because you said so. I know you're my bitch, Lilco. I know. For a few minutes, the two of us look back up at the stars. Then something dawns on me. Wait. You never told me what your other reason for originally wanting to go to the Marble Palooza was. Lilco's face becomes flushed. Oh, right. Ah, jeez, I'm really going to pour my heart out to you, huh? Lilco takes in a deep breath. Well, here goes nothing. Do you remember when we watched the Marble Palooza together as kids? I tilt my body slightly. Yeah, we watch it every year as kids. You're going to have to be more specific than that. Oh, God. I don't remember the specific year. I just remember the moment is all. Okay, so what's the moment you're referring to? Why is Lilco acting so weird about this? So the original reason to go to the Marble Palooza was because you made a promise to me. I made a promise? I ask. Oh, God. Judging by your face, you don't remember that promise at all. No, I do. Just refresh my mind a bit so we're both on the same track. Ugh. Clark, why do you have to make this so difficult? Lilco, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Clark's such a dumbass. When we were kids, you promised to draw me if I ever got first place at the Marble Palooza. Not going to lie, I'm surprised you remember something like that. Clark, please! It was a promise I made to him in childhood that I ended up forgetting, but to him, it was his motivation, his drive to complete his lifelong dream of going to the Marble Palooza. Lou, that's not for you, and you know better, Missy. You were behaving all in the beginning of stream, and now you're acting up. Bad girl. Anyway, I continue. Why is my mind going all crazy? Why is my heart beating 100 beats per minute? Is that normal? I can't believe you remembered that, Lilco. What? Well, of course I remember it, Clark. Why wouldn't I? The blush on Lilco's face darkens. Oh my god, the suspense, y'all. I like you, Clark. What? Did I hear him correctly? Excuse me? You're really going to make me repeat myself? Can you please? I think my mind is playing cruel tricks on me, I reply. Lilco sighs. I really like you, Clark. I always have. When you say you like me, do you like me or do you like me? Are you seriously asking that? We're alone at the track field sitting under the stars. Lou. I'm hearing beeping coming from my headset, and I know that's you. Stop pulling out wires. Literally, Lulu would unplug my PC if she could. Just stop it. You're ruining the moment. I love you, baby girl, but damn. Clark goes, I want to make sure we're on the same page. Clark, I love you. We gotta love. I'm so happy. Taking a screenshot. I needs it. Was that clear enough? Crystal, I go. I can feel my face warm up at his confession. My heart is doing flips in my stomach. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or if I should call emergency services. I know this sounds super cliche, and this might be because I've watched a few rom-coms to help prepare for this moment. I love a man that does his research, or a marble that does his research. Lilco scoots closer to me. You're artistic, smart, talented, gentle, funny, and most of all, kind. You see the world in a way that no one else does. You're everything that I'm not. Even with your flaws, you're everything that I want in a partner, Clark. Are you supposed to say the last part? I ask. It seems super unrealistic to say anyone is perfect. Plus, I thought you were going to come up with a snarky response saying how you weren't perfect, weren't you? I was. Okay, you got me there. See, I know you to a T. Okay, I've talked long enough. Now it's your turn. How do you feel? That's the most important thing here. How do I feel? Clark! Well, for once, I don't know how I feel. Oh. Lilco deflates. No. That's not what I mean. Oh? Like, I'm feeling a lot of things right now, and my mind is trying to process them all. I'm feeling happy, but also super nervous for some reason. Like, my heart is beating really fast right now. What I'm trying to say is, I like you too, Lilco. Really? He goes. I could hear the relief in his voice. Like he's been waiting all his life to hear this. Yes. I would love to have you as my boyfriend. I would love to have someone who is as cute and supportive as you by my side. Suddenly, Lilco pulls me into a tight, warm embrace. I'm so happy to hear you say that, Clark. Thank you. You eventually release from the hug and stay on the field for the next hour in each other's company, watching the stars, unable to pull away from each other. The next day, Lilco and I are sitting on the bus on our way back to the track field. Are you sure this is a good idea? Coming up to them during the middle of practice? It'll be fine, I go. Trust me, okay? It's not that I don't trust you, Clark. You're right in telling me that I should talk to them. I'm just nervous to see them again is all. Especially after how I left things. How are they going to react? What will they say? In all honesty, I'm not sure how this will go down. Lilies can either accept Lilco's apology or not, but the point is that, regardless of what happens, it's more for Lilco to say he's sorry and own up to his mistakes. If you tried doing this over the phone, his apology might have come across as disingenuous. To be honest, I'm not sure how they react, but you have to do this regardless. You can't be afraid, okay? I rub Lilco's back comfortingly. I'll be there right by your side, Lilco. Just remember that. Although if a fight breaks out, I'm not sure how much help I'll be against a bunch of jocks. A lighthearted chuckle escapes Lilco's mouth. Hearing that relaxes me a bit. Ha! I doubt we would get physical with each other. But if we do, not gonna lie, I think we would all knock each other out. They're all pretty strong. Eventually, the bus skirts to a stop at the track field. Through the bus window, we can see 4 small figures in the distance. No doubt that's Asiatic, Orient Pet, Trumpet, and Turk. As we get off the bus and roll closer, our suspicions are confirmed true. The 4 athletes are split off into groups of 2. Asiatic is timing Orient Pet, who looks like he's getting ready to finish a lap, while Trumpet is doing push-ups with Turk sitting on him. Orient Pet is getting ready to jump the last hurdle when his eyes land on us. Clark? Lilco? Oh, crap! Orient Pet collides into the hurdle, crashing hard onto the dirt track. Ow. Orient Pet, what happened? You were about to beat your record, says Asiatic. Asiatic, following Orient Pet's gaze, turns his attention to us. Lilco? Clark? What are you doing here? Once our names leaves Asiatic's mouth, Trumpet and Turk turn to us. They're all in disbelief at what they're seeing. It's like the world stopped. Hey guys, look, I'm sorry. Lilco! Orient Pet shouts. Before his apology could even leave his mouth, Orient Pet rolls up to Lilco and hugs him tightly, tears in his eyes. The rest of his teammates follow closely behind, although they aren't as emotional. Where have you been, Lilco? We were worried sick, goes Turk. Yeah, dude, I thought we were teammates, friends. You can't just leave us hanging like that. Even a short reply just telling us you were okay would have been fine, says Asiatic. Lilco sighs. I know, I messed up, badly. I'm sorry for worrying you guys and leaving you all the way like I did. I should have explained the situation, but I took the easy way out by doing it over text. I guess I just didn't want to see the disappointed looks on your faces. Sure, we would have been confused and a bit upset, but can you blame us? You're our captain, Lilco, says Trumpet. This team meant the same without ya. It's true! Not having you here at practice with us broke my delicate heart, goes Orion Pet. Orion Pet's voice quivered a bit. Lilco pats his back. We understand that you're frustrated. Heck, we are too. But that doesn't mean we can give up on our dreams before having them realized, you know? Yeah, I realized that. Thanks to Clark, Lilco responds. So, I was hoping that maybe I could come back. I promise you. Of course you can! Orion Pet squeezes him extra tight. Let him finish, Orion Pet, before you squeeze him to death, says Asiatic. Oh, sorry. Orion Pet lets Lilco go and backs off just a bit. Thanks. Anyway, I just want to say that I promise you all that I won't give up, no matter how hard it gets. And I'll make sure that our dream of going to the Marble Palooza together comes true. So, what do you say? Orion Pet, Trumpet, and Turk beam with excitement. Heck yeah, we would like you back! No, duh, we would want you back. The lilies ain't the same without you, Lilco. Of course, we can't go over to Marble Palooza without our captain. Asiatic, why are you so quiet? Asks Orion Pet. Lilco, you can't come back to the team until you promise all of us one thing. What is it? He asks. Do you promise to communicate with us better moving forward? That's a good ask, Asiatic. I'll try to. No! Asiatic interrupts. There's no trying. You have to. Asiatic, there's no need to be so hard on him, goes Orion Pet. No, I deserve it, says Lilco. He rolls up to Asiatic. I promise to you and to the rest of the lilies that I'll communicate with you all better. All right, then. The two go in for a quick hug. Welcome back to the team, Captain. By the way, can I ask you something? What's up? Were you holding Clark's hand before Orion Pet tackled you earlier? He's a real one. He's a motherfucking real one, because I would clock that shit. I would clock it so fast. Immediately, both of us blush. They were holding hands, goes Trumpet. Does that mean? Lilco, you told them how you felt? All the lilies shout. Yeah, yes, obviously, or else I wouldn't be holding their hand, goes Lilco. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Did everyone know he liked me besides me? I ask. I mean, it was super obvious he liked you. How did you not know, Clark? Asks Orion Pet. Lilco was totally in love with you. You were one of the marbles he talked about the most, goes Trumpet. I thought our teasing was enough of a hint? Asks Asiatic. Clearly it wasn't. Anyway, when did you two officially become a thing? Yesterday, Lilco replies. Ooh! For the next few minutes, the lilies prod and probe us about our newly found relationship. Who would have thought that they would be so invested in our relationship? Eventually, the team goes back to trading with Lilco by their side. I sit in the bleachers admiring them. Watching the beautiful sight of close friends finally coming back together after resolving their differences, I take out my sketchbook and a pencil. When I lay the pencil down into the paper, a million thoughts rush to my head. This isn't going to work. Don't draw it. This is going to be crap and you know it. Who would draw this? How would the greatest artist in history feel if they saw you capturing this moment in your sketchbook? I take in a deep breath and exhale. It doesn't matter what they think, Clark. Draw what you want. Putting my pencil to the sketchbook, I start drawing. For the next several months, I would occasionally watch the lilies practice. Meanwhile, Lilco, with his newfound drive to make his dream a reality, pushed himself to his limits. His teammates, seeing him break his own personal best, would soon follow suit. Sometimes I would draw them in my sketchbook. It was hard at first. I think any artist who was in my shoes would struggle as well. But I didn't give up. And I soon found my love for art again. I can finally push those voices that feed my self-doubt away and create what I want. Eventually, the lilies and I would be given the biggest opportunity of our lifetimes. Aww! The following year, the lilies were invited to the Marble Palooza. Hell yeah! Oh my god, look at Lilco! When they got the letter telling them they were invited, everyone shared tears of joy. After working their butts off, the lilies were finally going to achieve their dream of competing at the Marble Palooza. As they trained every day, I drew and painted, making sure that when I finally created a piece with all of them in it, it would be something truly memorable. When the marble palooza finally arrived, the lilies dominated, never falling below 5th place, which was crazy for the first time being at the event. They captured the attention of everyone there. And when they finally got that last gold medal and track to secure 1st place, the stadium erupted in cheers. Despite all the odds stacked against them and being rejected for so long, they were able to come out on top. And of course, I captured the moment with the team holding their captain up high while he carried the trophy. I decided to call that piece The Journey to Becoming Winners. It's a painting commemorating the journey that we all went to get where we are today. Following your dreams isn't easy. It's often filled with hardship. Sometimes you'll lose yourself. Other times you'll want to give up. But what's important is getting back up, and you often can't do that alone. You'll need other marbles to help support you and remind you why you're on the path you're on, why you're so great in the first place. With marbles like that in your life, you'll be able to accomplish your dreams and more. With Lilco by my side cheering me on, I know I'll be able to continue to make great art, and I'll be doing the same for him. We got Lilco's best ending. Hell yeah. The end. The end. No. This was so cute. I don't want it to be over. I love. All right. I need to collect my thoughts. You know what? For $5, this is a great fucking game. Phenomenal game. I want to replay this. I don't know if I replay for every route. Maybe I would, because the routes are not that long. I'm just a fucking yapper when I play these games. I probably could have finished this game a lot sooner if I played without streaming it. But still, it was very good. It made me feel feelings. So many feelings. I fucking screamed at my computer. It was so good. I loved it so much. I really like Lilco, actually. I'm normally not a friends to lovers person. I'm gonna be for real with you. I really am not, but I thought it was just very cute. And I like how Lilco was kind of respectful of Clark. Not like trying to be anything, but they just took a shot, and and they gave the energy that, like, if Clark said no, it would have been fine. I thought it was interesting that there's an achievement for Clark to confess feelings back to Lilco, so I wonder if with certain choices Clark would not feel the same way. I'm very curious if that's a thing. If, like, your choices also would change Clark's feelings, because I felt like the choices didn't really affect Clark's personality, but that would be so interesting if it did. But yeah, I liked the parallels between Lilco's struggle with his dream compared to Clark's dream. What else was I gonna say? So many odds. I will say my only criticism isn't necessarily for Lilco's route. I would have to play Cotton and Echo's route to be sure. But I don't really like that the only two female love interests are both ditzy characters. Look, I love a good ditzy gal. I really do. I truly do. Give me a bubblegum bitch any day. But, like, when they're both ditzy and kind of airheaded-ness, all that stuff, makes me feel a little, like, icky. But I'd have to play both their playthroughs. Honestly, if anyone would not be ditzy, it'd be Echo. Like, Cotton, I love her, but I feel like she's named Cotton and not because of the goddamn candy. But, so I'd have to see. But yeah, I will say I do wish, you know, even if Echo, I don't know, I'd have to see. But it would be nice. But yeah, I really like Lilco's route. I definitely want to do Deadlock's route or Dreadlock, whatever his name. What is his name? I keep confusing his name and his band's name. Hold on, let me pull this up. Deadlock, but his band is Dreadlock. Okay. I really want to play Deadlock's route. I don't know if I'll stream it, but I definitely want to play it. I'm truly not really. I was interested in Tony for a little bit, but he gave me the ick, so I'm not really as interested anymore. Again, the game's not that long, though. So I might just replay. Not replay. I might just play through all the routes on, like, a Sunday for funsies. But that was a lot of fun. It was so good. It was so good. Wait, hold on. Let me look at this again. We have a gallery. So, okay. We filled out page 1. We're missing 2 things from page 2. We're missing a bunch from over half for page 3. Page 4, we only got 1. I wonder if page 4 is dedicated to Deadlock, if that's his thing right there. This is the... that could also be Deadlock, though. Interesting. Page 5, we're actually already almost half full. We're just missing 1. Page 6, we got nada. Interesting. I kind of want to try and replay to get all the CGs, because I love the... I actually really like the art, too. The art was so much fun. It was a really great time. I really enjoyed it. Overall, it's a great game. Highly recommend other people play it. It's super good. 10 out of 10 would buy again. Would play again. It's fucking fun. Alright. What time is it? Barely 8 o'clock. How long have I been streaming? Not that long, right? Thank you for the hydrate, Sin. Let me take my sippies. We just hit the 2-hour mark. Oh, I took my sippies. To be honest, I didn't really have a game plan on what to play if I finish this early. I literally thought this would take all of stream. I mean, it took majority of stream since I typically stream like 3 hours. I think I'm just gonna call it early. It's just because I don't really feel like playing Wuthering Waves. I don't really feel like playing Fields of Mystria. I think I'm just gonna call it here, y'all. So I appreciate you hanging with me for the past couple hours. I definitely am now gonna have to think about what to play next week if I don't have Marvel's Muse. So I will get to the drawing board on that. But let's see who's live now. Let's raid out, share the love. I normally don't raid out this early, but it's gonna be great. We have... Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Looks like Trash Platter is live playing Expedition 33. Oh, but Dab and Deeves is playing Animal Crossing. I kind of would like to watch Animal Crossing. I want a cozy stream to raid into, so let's do that. Let's go into Dab and Deeves. Or Dab and Beebs. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing. I can't read. Okay, I think we've established that. I'm a girl that plays visual novels but can't read. Alright, start the raid. And then here's my raid out message. And then let me save it. Perfect. I'll make my ending quick because we have ads in 3 minutes and I don't want the ads to start while we're raiding out. So, in the meantime, please stay safe, stay healthy. I wish you nothing but happiness and I'll see you all next time. Bye.